We gotta find out first who they are.
Dove's next.
This is what the system does. Joe?
Yeah, just one comment on the family passes. It's got to be the same for everybody. If you're tracking where the unit owners are going, you need to track where the guests are going. The last security company we had, Interstate, that was their biggest complaint, was this permanent guest pass. They said they couldn't control
Okay,
it.
so that has to be addressed.
But you can't, if you give somebody a family pass, it's got to be the barcode, the same thing, so we know when they're coming in.
We got a lot of problems. You know, if somebody owes us $15,000 living in, and doesn't live in the apartment, and he's got a renter there, and he gets into the community, you can't stop him from coming and using the swimming pool. That's it. You can't deny common elements when someone's delinquent. We got a lot of problems out there.
That's why they.
This has never happened before.
How's he got a pass if he has somebody in the apartment? When you rent your apartment?
We don't know. If you look at some of these past, they're laughable.
Scott does have a question. Dove's been trying for 10 minutes with his hand up.
All right, let's move on with this. Dove?
I have a question for Henry. Now, when somebody shows their pass, the gate goes open. Now, what's to stop someone from, it seems like a great plan in theory, but what's to stop someone from piggybacking and sneaking through, which, as we all know, all the upscale places in Boca and so forth, anyone can get in. You just wait around for someone to come, and they.
Well, it's hard to have people wait around for someone to come in.
But even if they don't, I just want to, Henry, even if someone, you might have a good answer, I don't know, but if someone doesn't even wait, it just happens to be as they're driving up, someone is in front of them, which is often the case. 832 units is a lot, so on a given...
A guard and a shotgun. Nothing is perfect, okay? I've been here 6 weeks. I've had 6 weeks to try to identify a system, come up with a cost-effective system. The next one above this is over $30,000.
Okay.
Okay? Nothing is perfect.
No, I understand that. I guess what I'm saying is right now, someone who doesn't live here can't get through because they can't get through the guard. However, if you don't have a human identifying someone as to whether they can or cannot
We're going to still
get
have a
in,
human.
and then all you have is electronic. I'm not saying I'm against
No.
it.
We're not eliminating the guard at the desk
So just...
or at the front gate.
Okay, so someone can't then piggyback then.
They can still piggyback. You're not going to stop it.
But if there's a human there, how would they get away with it?
If he's busy with one car,
Okay, but he's
or a
gonna-
walk-in, and you get 2 cars that come in, nothing is 100%. Nothing is infallible.
Would the rover then at least make attempts to...
I'm assuming that yes, they would.
Yes. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Let the board now. Stuart?
Got a lot of items to count.
I just have a comment. I'm not against the system. We need the system. The question is very simple. We are broke. We are on an austerity budget. I agree with Mark Jones. We don't have one nickel available, so where is the 17? I know they're going to pay the 10. We don't have the 17 to outlay. It's in no budget that I've ever seen. So explain to me why we're spending money when we got to hold down to every nickel, because in my book, we are broke.
It's a critical situation.
Any other board comments?
If we go with this system and people don't have barcodes and they park in the guest spot, are they still going to get stickered?
Yes.
That means you have to have a barcode then.
Give me that one.
Only for the interim. Once we get fully completed, okay?
Because, I mean, my unit has more than one car. We only have one spot. So sometimes we have to park in guest spots. And I don't have barcodes. So,
Then you're parking illegally, baby.
Again, Mark.
how many unit owners have more than one car?
I got 3 cars.
I guess you're all parking illegally if you're parking in guest spots. Where else are they going to park?
We have barcodes. Everyone.
We're not required to have a barcode.
No, but that's why nobody bothers us.
We will bark for
How much are barcodes?
$6.
$6?
Worth $6 to come in and...
No, because it used to be 75. I'll pay $6. No problem. Used to be 75. 75 for the first, 150
Mark,
for the
you're
second.
exactly right, because I got the receipts for the checks for what I paid for my cars. I paid a ton.
75 for the first car, 150 for the second. That's why a lot of people don't have barcodes. But if there's $6, I'll be in tomorrow.
We paid a ton.
Everybody should have forced to have a barcode.
Not our cause.
I want that money back.
Yes, you do. Right. $6 if you already are here. Yeah, after that. Yes, Mark.
Thank you. I'm okay now.
Or
Okay,
$6.50, I think.
let's call the roll on this. We're gonna be here till midnight.
What happens if you can't have a barcode? Because I have a barcode for my other property.
You must have
And
a
I
pass.
must use, I can't have two barcodes because of that.
You'll get the pass if we pass the system.
So that, it won't be a problem. But would it be a problem where I park though? Could I park again?
My question is, for the $17,000, what do we get?
The printer, the cards, sufficient cards to do the entire community, the ink, the holograph, laminate, everything that we need to get us up and running.
Use the mic, because I,
Yeah.
use the mic.
That software?
We can't hear you.
To run the system, to implant the program.
Can't hear you, Henry.
And how soon do we have to pay the entire amount?
They are.
When we buy it.
Buy it.
I'll send the
Card
reimbursement.
you got? You gotta pay $10.
We should be reimbursed within 45 days.
832 units, everyone gotta pay 10,
I don't think you ever get it. You're gonna have at least, maybe 2,000 people to do.
That's 20,000.
That's 20,000.
Yeah, but it'll take more than 45 days to do it.
I'm willing to come in on weekends, as I sent in the email, and work 2 weekends to help the people come through to get done.
If we notify building by building and set up predetermined schedules for each building, it may take us a little longer to do the entire property, but we'll get it done much more thoroughly.
What about the snowbird?
But I
Let's
also.
call the roll, please.
Wait, Scott, I just have one more
Let's
question.
call the roll.
One question, please.
We are already on board discussions, I'm sorry, you're too late.
Well, it's an important question. To me, it's an important question. What about the crooks that come over the wall? How are they dealt
That's
with?
got nothing to do with the
Let's get a gun
pass
and shoot
system.
'em.
They get a wall pass.
Agenda item number 9,
Because we really think the crooks are gonna come to the gate.
Imperial
Call
Act.
the roll, please.
Yes.
Vinny's gonna take
Call the roll.
Myers. Nicholas Fonto.
Cash over, cash over. Yes.
Stuart Wolf. Mark Jones.
Right out there.
Michelle Cassini.
Yes.
Ed Kaufman. Scott Samuels.
Yes.
Motion passes. 8 to 1.
Agenda, okay, the next one, the manager's now gonna continue with his report, and then we'll follow that up with that agenda item.
Okay, and continuing to move forward in rebuilding the community, we now have to evaluate our current maintenance staff, their skills, abilities, as well as inspect and evaluate each one of the buildings to see what is going on and address the problems in each building, coupled with addressing the services and repairs required to the entire community. The overall maintenance and cleaning, in my opinion, is poor at best, and we will have to address the more detailed scheduled and establish timeframes for work and cleaning. We need to move in the direction of preventive maintenance rather than the ongoing reactive maintenance. We've had issues with contractors overcharging us for repairs, which we've now corrected, and we will be selecting new vendors with better services with equal to or lower pricing. Now, the larger projects, we have to start addressing major repairs in proper progress, review each building, and take those actions available to us. The Bordeaux building is one of the major projects that must be addressed. The roof has failed in that building, or perhaps I should say the multiple roofs have failed. New was installed over old. I've been in discussions with an engineer for the purpose of generating the specifications of a new modified roofing system with a 20-year NDL or no dollar limit warranty. Once we have the specifications, RFPs will be sent out to 3 or more larger established roofers. There is criteria for the roofer, and the ability to carry performance bonds is one of those criteria. There will be a pre-bid meeting with myself, a board member, and the office manager to record details. This will lead to sealed bids, which will, upon receipt, the board will open and select a contractor. I am also recommending that at that time, we obtain a performance bond from the contractor and make sure that the agent, the manufacturing agent, is here to place the warranty. As such, I'm requesting the Board of Directors approve my request for the hiring of an engineer at a cost not to exceed $15,000 to develop the specifications for the new roof and monitor its installation. This will provide a quality end result for the community and a proper roof for the building.
Well, we turn to agenda item number 7, which is to hire a roofing engineer for replacement of the Bordeaux and the clubhouse roofs. Mr. Harvey just explained about our need to hire a roofing engineer who will create the specifications and have oversight over the work on those roofs. We estimate that the cost for this job will be $15,000 or less. And that's all we can do, because until the roof is carefully examined, they can't even make the specifications. There's so much damage on it, and re-damage and incompetence on the Bordeaux roof that we don't know until they start pulling things up. It may have to be stripped clean right down to the concrete and go from there. It's so difficult problem. With the wood, with the mansards, with everything. It's just a nightmare. I will now take a motion to hire an engineer. Who will make that motion? Nobody? Nobody makes a motion? Who made it?
Terry.
Terry? Okay. Who seconded? Read the motion, please.
Terry, read it.
I make a motion to hire a roofing engineer for approximately $15,000 to perform the functions and duties in the attached engineer offering for the replacement of the Bordeaux and clubhouse roofs.
I second the motion.
Okay. Okay, unit owners, talk about the engineer. Go ahead, Joe.
Just a couple points on this roof here. The permits were never pulled, and there was no inspections. So all the shingle work may become an issue when they go to pull permits, because it was on Randy Gauss' radar. Also in the clubhouse, you've got the red tag pump room. That's the slab that's failing that you're aware of.
We're addressing that also.
Okay, that should be addressed by the engineer at the same time, because you can't put a new roof on without fixing that.
Right now, we're focused on the Bordeaux roof.
Okay.
Okay, I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Since you're out here, have a look at this for me, type of thing. You know, try to get a little something for nothing. He's a good qualified engineer. I've worked with him in the past. He's saved me a lot of money on jobs. His rates are reasonable. His rate quotes are here anytime anybody wants to see him. This type of thing. So, but right now we're addressing Bordeaux, and we're looking at the clubhouse and that cracked roof portion. So, but I had no idea there were no permits pulled on that roof.
This one here, not the
This
Bordeaux, this one.
Okay, any other unit owners want to talk on the hiring of an engineer? Go ahead, Steve, come up here. Please.
In terms of the engineering analysis of the Bordeaux roof and the actual work that needs to be done on the Bordeaux roof, which you seem to indicating is critical, what kind of a timeline do we have here with tropical storm and hurricane season closing on us right now? Is this work going to get done on time to protect the people in the Bordeaux building?
Right now, we're just trying to obtain specifications. Once we get the specifications established and it goes out for bid and we're ready to issue contract, part of the contract is a start and finish date with a grace period. And if the roofer should exceed that time frame, then he starts paying us. This is normal in the contract.
I'm just trying to figure out if we can get this work done.
Now that I have, if I can get a yes on this and everything is approved, I can call him tomorrow and say go. I'm hoping we can start within 2 weeks.
Okay, as I understand it, he's gonna do the specifications
Yes, sir.
and make a suggestion, and then we're gonna have multiple bids, and these are gonna be blind bids. Are they gonna be
They're gonna
blind
be
bids
sealed bids.
based on, sealed bids based on one set of specifications,
Correct.
apples to apples? Okay, that's all. Okay, anything on the board?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Since this is directly related to roofing repairs and things like that, the money for the engineer and the money for the repairs will be paid from citizens' money, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
I would say about a week and a half ago, I sent all the board members an email. The email stated that the last day Gil was here, which I believe was March 1st, he sat down with Henry and me, and he gave us both, that meant nothing to me, sealed bids on various roofs. My question is, why are we going from scratch when we had sealed bids? Where are Gil's sealed bids, and why aren't we not utilizing them?
I never saw any sealed bids. I never saw any
them, Henry saw them, they
specifications.
were the same
Did you
meeting.
see them?
Yes,
Were they based on the same specifications?
they were sealed.
Well, what were they sealed? What were they bidding on, Stuart?
I don't know what.
Oh,
You're gonna
thank
find out
you.
or ask Gil which one it was. Don't just say thank you. We're wasting money.
know what they were. What's the point?
Henry was there. Did you ask Gil any questions on it?
No, I did not. The only proposals that I have are not in regards to replacement of a roof. It's only for repair of roofs.
They were repair and replacement, and they were sealed bids.
I have no sealed bids in my office. If I had sealed bids, they'd still be sealed, and they would have come to the board a long time ago.
Okay, but, so let me ask you.
I have proposals.
I sent an email. Why wasn't the email answered stating what you stated? Because I could ask Gil, and he'll tell me which roofs they were. And if they disappeared, they disappeared. But I saw sealed bids in front of you. We were both there.
Can I answer, Scott? I have no doubts that you probably saw them. But what we're offering today, and it's the first time I'm seeing it, but I do a lot of roof packages myself. That's the correct way to do it. He's not just writing a specification. He's also writing a specification, then he's providing project oversight, and then we're going to have the manufacturer come out and certify that it was installed correctly per the manufacturer recommendations, and then you get the warranty. Even if we had seal bids that you're talking about, without knowing the bid specification that they bid it to, without getting the oversight from the individual who wrote the specification, it's null and void. It's no good.
I understand exactly what you're saying. My question is,
I
why
don't know who they
wasn't
are.
somebody contact you? Because maybe he did all these things, maybe he
why
didn't.
None of us know, and we don't have the time.
Right there with me.
I know, but we don't know right now. We gotta move
Can we
forward.
please vote?
Why not utilize his work, what he did? Why
No,
are you wasting
it's
money?
impossible because we did not have an engineer for that. You don't get 3 bids. You get an engineer who's gonna write the specs, who's gonna have oversight. You just don't get 3 bids for a roof. So that's why it doesn't mean anything. It never happened. Okay, any other questions from the board? Call the roll, please.
Item number 7, Muriel Ash. Yes. Doug Myers.
Yes.
Nicholas Bondar.
Yes.
Terry Tursini.
Yes.
Stuart Wolf.
No.
Mark Jones.
Yes.
Michelle Tursini.
Yes.
Ed Kaufman.
Yes.
Scott Samuels.
Yes.
Your motion passes 8-1.
Okay, 8-1. Henry, go to the next issue, please.
While we're on the topic of roof repairs, we have 5 other roofs that require repairs. Interlaken at 6,500, Orleans at 2,800, Heidelberg at 4,800, St. Moritz at 4,800, and Grenoble at 28,000. The total is 47,100. I'm requesting the Board of Directors approve my request to permit me a cost not to exceed $50,000 for the roofing repairs.
This is something we can act on right away. We got to get to this. I don't know how Henry's going to handle this. These are for not full roofs that require specifications, but to seek out leaks and to correct them as quickly as we can because we're going into the rainy season. Okay, I would like to take a motion to approve the expenditure of up to $50,000 for repairs of roof leaks in 5 buildings. Who makes the motion?
I make a motion to approve the expenditure of up to $50,000 for repairs of roof leaks in 5 buildings.
Who seconds?
I second the motion.
Michelle? Okay. Unit owners, please. Nothing. Board members, please. Oh, Bell?
How about the Zurich? How about the leaks that Rose Michaels has been complaining about in her?
What building is she in?
Zurich.
We don't know about that.
Haven't gotten there yet. I've only been here 6 weeks. Give me a break.
Well,
But I will get to them.
they're gonna check it out. But this is we can't come back for every little job that he wants to do when he gets a bid. We're gonna have to cut the manager some slack so that he can go ahead and get a contractor or contractors to get right onto this job, responsible contractors with guarantee for their work, and that's what we need. Anything else on the floor? No? Yes.
I would just simply respectfully request that Henry do give his attention to Zurich, because it may seem a small matter to you, but it's certainly not a small
I'm
matter
sorry, I missed
to the person
something.
who is
It's not
leaving. I'm only asking that you give your attention to Zurich.
Absolutely. Absolutely.